Ooh, hello, everybody. This is Sergeant Epic here, and welcome to the Comic Countdown number 22. Yeah, sorry. Hello, everybody. This is Sergeant Epic here, and welcome to the Comic Countdown number 22. Just to redo that. Well, I've already said, but I only have 15 minutes to make this video. It might be split in two parts. We'll see. But if you don't know what the Comic Countdown is, it is a series where I go through my latest haul or hauls in this case, because this is from 2 hauls back. These books, and I rank all my comics from my least favorite to my favorite. So we're gonna get started right away. This kind of seems unprofessional. I'm sorry, guys. Not that my videos are so professional or anything, but it's just weird because I'm not used to being constrained to 15 minutes, so it's kind of something to get used to. But anyway, even though I'd still make that mistake without the 15-minute thing, but whatever. Anyway, we have 8 books here. I have All New World Different Avengers issue number 8. I have XForce issue number 1. I have The Amazing Spiderman number 1.4. I have Invincible Iron Man number 8, The Road to Civil War 2. I have Amazing X-Men issue number 1. I have Avengers World issue number 6. Number 5, sorry. I have The Walking Dead number 153, that was Avengers World number 5, and All New World Different Avengers issue number 7. Both of these All New World Different Avengers part of the standoff story. Anyway, my number 8, my least favorite, was The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 1.4, which is part 4 of the Amazing Grace storyline. We have one more part to go, one more issue of the Amazing Grace storyline, which I'm excited for so I can get it done. Because after that, I'm probably going to add another series to my pull list, because this is kind of almost acted as another series for me. It's kind of like a mini-series. Just because sometimes I'll go and this a point issue will be there along with a normal ongoing issue. So, I mean, it almost seems like 2 series. So after that, I'll probably end up adding Spider-Man vs. Deadpool, since I've been wanting to add that. Or I don't know what I'll add, but still, whatever. I read these actually like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago now, probably. At least a week to a week and a half ago, though, a minimum. I can't remember actually what happened in this issue. That's part of the reason it is my least favorite, but also because, I don't know, I just haven't enjoyed that storyline. I just haven't enjoyed this storyline as much as I would like to, which sucks, but what can you do? All I remember is that Spider-Man gets mad at the Centurions. By the end, the Centurions are going to try to get Spidey's help again. But yeah, Spidey gets mad at Centurions because they don't appreciate him or whatever. But yeah, that's fine. Him trying to help. And then Spidey also goes after Julio, the guy who is not human anymore. And they talk and whatever, so that was cool. Anyway, my number 7, and it's sad to say this, but I got so many cool books in this haul. I don't know if this is ever ranked this low, but The Walking Dead issue number 153, Heavy Haynes the Head, is my number 7. Don't get me wrong, this was a great issue. A lot of stuff happened. Eugene's radio combo gets cut off. A guy one of the Alexandrians attacks a hilltop guy who came to help. Oh yeah, more stuff happens with Negan and the kid. They're trying to warn the Whispers about Rick, and then Michonne, Rick, and another person, I forget, are trying to look for Negan, and they don't know the kid helped them. So that was cool. And then, spoiler alert, at the end of the issue, Negan actually kills the kid that helped him escape. So yeah, that was cool. That was actually the best part of the issue, was the end when he did that. So yeah. Anyway, you'll notice I'm going really fast, but I gotta do this because I want to do this in one video. Anyway, my number 6. I'm giving short, like, little. I guess actually this constraint works, because now I can make more convincing recap and review videos for these if I wanted to, because I mean, I already this is almost one big recap and review video really, because I do have a little recap of them, but most times at least, but this time I can't do much. My number 6 is Amazing X-Men issue number 1. This was a great issue too. It's just out of the 3 I got from my secondary shop, which is X-Force, Avengers World, and Amazing X-Men. It was just my least favorite, just because I actually don't know why. I don't know. It's just the others were more exciting, but this book has such a great team. I love the team in this book, or the characters in this book at least. always been a fan of. Nightcrawler is probably one of my favorite X-Men, and this is like about him. This is the road to get Nightcrawler back, and it's really awesome. Naturally, I want to show you guys something here. But we also have Iceman in this book, who I liked in the X-Men movies, the original, like, Free, whatever. He was a cool character. Starfire, who's actually, like, one of my underwhelming favorites. Look, this is what I want to show you guys. This is a wraparound cover. I didn't get to show you guys in the haul video that I made. I don't think I did, at least. The Quest for Nightcrawler is what it's called. Because we have Azazel on the side and his Banths. That's what they call it. We also have Beast, who is pretty cool, who personally in the newer X-Men movies looks kind of crappy in my opinion compared to the old ones. We have a character, I forget the name, Wolverine, who's always awesome, and Storm, who actually I think is a bit overrated, but whatever, that's just my opinion. I don't really like Storm, actually. I don't know why, I just don't. She doesn't appeal to me, but whatever. Did I even talk anything about the story? No, I didn't. Well, it's basically just a quest to get Nightcrawler back. Well, they don't know he's alive. Still, well, not alive. I don't know. But half it's like about Nightcrawler, and half it's about the actual school themselves. And then they get teleported at the end. Wolverine and the other like character I can't remember the name of get teleported to heaven where Nightcrawler's at, and others get teleported to hell. It looks like where Azazel is based out of, because he's like the devil or something. But yeah, really cool. Whatever. Anyway, moving on to my number 5, which has to go to X-Force issue number 1. This was really awesome. Also another great cast of characters. Probably the better of the two X-Men teams, just by a little. Because I loved all these characters. The only one that's a bit iffy for me that I'm not sure if I like, because this is my first experience with him. Although this was my first experience with Marrow too. And technically Psylocke, although I've always liked Psylocke. And I liked them. But Phantom X, I don't know. I think I like him, but he's just like, I don't really care too much about him. Marrow has just by this one issue become one of my favorite X-Men probably. She's one of my new favorite characters. She's awesome. And Cable's always been one of my favorite X-Men, so that's cool. I'm really starting to read more X-Men. I'm really starting to read more X-Men books now. This is these two series, along with Extraordinary X-Men, make free X-Men series that I am reading now, and that I've started actually all of them pretty recently, which is cool. But my favorite is probably X-Force actually, which is weird, but yeah, whatever. And actually I've got issue 2 of these if you guys haven't seen the last haul, the free comic book day haul, but yeah, I got the next issues of all of them, and the next issue of Avengers World is number 6, but this one is my number 4, and it is Avengers World issue number 5. We're already 8 minutes in, so I gotta do this because I have, 7 minutes left to go for this video, for the time limit for the constraint. This is a great issue right here, Avengers World. We have Manifold on the cover, which is fitting, which actually isn't like misleading, because the story did have a lot to do with Manifold. And I'm proud of myself just for remembering his name. I knew nothing about Manifold before I read this Avengers World issue, but now I actually really like the character of Manifold. It's weird, like, it feels like, at least on the Marvel side, when I get introduced to a character I don't know, or just get to learn more about them, I seem to love them, like, for the most part. Well, there's a few exceptions, of course, but, I mean, there's always going to be, but for the most part, I seem to love, like, most of Marvel's characters. Like, I never thought I'd like Manifold. From what I saw from him quickly in a glimpse, from, I think he was in the Avengers number 35, he might have been in that, but I think I saw him in something else Avengers, like, and then I saw him in Secret Wars, the very first issue, and I was like, who is this guy? But from this issue, this was awesome. It was basically Manifold trying to get his powers back after he apparently lost them after the whole events of Infinity, I think it was, or, yeah, it was Infinity, I'm pretty sure. Which, yeah, I've also read an issue of that story, and that was pretty good. I gotta get that sometime, but that was a while ago. I gotta focus on getting new stuff, because I don't have money to be throwing around, especially if I've already just started these 2 new X-Men series. I can't throw around too much money, I mean, geez. And plus I gotta finish this series and other series. I have so many series I gotta finish, it's ridiculous, but yeah. And there's also other stuff happening in this issue, but that was the most important stuff. This was also a pretty funny issue. There was a lot of humor in it, but yeah. speaking of funny issues, we're going to go to my number 3, which is Invincible Iron Man issue number 8, which leaves my numbers 1 and 2 both all different Avengers issues. I don't know if that has happened before, where my number 1 and number 2 are from the same series, but this is cool. It actually has, I think, but whatever. This was a really good issue of Iron Man. Iron Man is starting to get back up to where it was when it began, in my opinion. It's starting to get really good again. I still don't really like the art. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I guess I'm just not a fan of Deodato. I don't know if it's actually the art or the colors. I think it's more the colors, in terms of why I don't like the art. I think the combination I don't like, but if I had to choose arts over colors, that probably bug me. It's probably the dark colors. I don't like the dark colors on an Iron Man book, especially where it's such a huge difference, a huge contrast between when the series began. It was all bright colors, beautiful art. Then we got this. I don't know. I just don't. But we got introduced to this new character. Well, not really introduced, but kind of introduced this new female character who's stolen War Machine's armor and now stolen by the end of this issue. Spoiler: Iron Man's armor. If you're not reading the series, I recommend you read it. But I recommend you read other series over this. I could also recommend some other series, probably a little bit more important than this series. But this is going to be really important. We're on the road to Civil War II, and Iron Man is going to be a huge factor in Civil War II. So this is definitely the time to probably pick up the book, even though I don't really like the art in this book as of right now. I mean, it's alright, but I prefer what it was before for the first 5 issues. We also, of course, had Spiderman in this issue, guest starring, and that was fun. The conversations between him and Iron Man were cool, and then he was confused because Iron Man was talking to Friday. It was pretty good. But yeah, I gotta move on to my number 2, which we got All New World Different Avengers issue number 7, or All New World Different Avengers issue number 8, which I'm actually going in order. Number 7 is my number 2, which leaves number 8 to be my number 1. Both part of the standoff story, the standoff event. This was great. Basically, what this all led up to, we had Vision and Miss Marvel having a moment in the beginning where Miss Marvel was still scared because she thought Vision was evil, because I guess he might have got hacked. I don't have Vision number 5 and 6, so I don't know what happened. And Miss Marvel got like kicked out of Avengers or whatever. I don't know. But then they quickly get it back in because they have to investigate something. Where we have an old Minskir forgotten Phil, and not Minskir, but we have an old forgotten Phil, and I forget his name actually. That's fighting, and then after that, we get a report in from Cap, Sam Wilson. Saying they need to get after Marie Hill comes in, but they need to. Sam says they need to go check out Pleasant Hill. So that's how they end up in Pleasant Hill. And by the end, they actually do fight the Uncanny Avengers for a little bit. I forget what they called it. They call it a specific thing. They don't call them the Uncanny Avengers. They call them whatever else. But yeah, they kind of fight, and then they get sent into Pleasant Hill, and that's where we kind of leave off. Then moving on to number 1, which is All New Different Avengers issue number 8. I got like less than 2 minutes, so that's why I'm being really quick right now. And I think I forgot to do cover of the week for like the last couple comic contents, but whatever. I'll do it with this one. Before we get into it really quickly, in my cover of the week, what is the cover of the week? You know what? I really like this cover. All New World Different Avengers issue number 8 is my cover of the week. But where we get here, we get to meet the character who's making all the rifts in the world, like Pleasant Hill, and that's her name's Cubic. She's a little girl. I think her name's Cubic, something like that. It's a really weird name. And we find out she's basically being used by S.H.I.E.L.D. or whatever. Well, we don't technically find out it's S.H.I.E.L.D., but we know she's being used, and Deadpool ends up talking her down because all the heroes are getting attacked and basically dying from all the films in Pleasant Hill. And actually, they've gotten their powers back by the beginning of this book now, because they had lost them at the end of the last issue and became kind of normal citizens. But I don't have the other filler issues. Well, not filler, but the other issues that are important to fully know what's going on in the story. But yeah, that's basically what happened. Deadpool is the one to talk down, which is cool. And there was also some funny moments in here, which of course it was last issue too. Like Miles Morales being like, no, don't let him do it. He's a freak or whatever, a monster. Which was really funny. But anyway, guys, I gotta end it now because I've got literally like 20 seconds left before I'm cut off. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and even share if you want to. Anyway, guys, see you all in the next comic countdown or any other videos, and peace out.